Hello everybody, my name is Hammock, and today I will do a map impressions and a Sentry Spots guide, I guess, of Payload Vigil Beta 2. It is a map that's going to be used in the TF2 pre-season cup for this season, along with whitelist changes such as the Diamondback, Short Circuit, Red Tape Recorder, and Airstrike. It's going to be a very memey event, basically. So, a lot of teams haven't really chosen to scrim this map because it is a new map. It's not really as good as the pre-existing maps, it's merely just to test out how it works, maybe just see how the good teams play these maps. I think it's just kind of like a little way of like seeing how good teams work under pressure in these often interesting maps. So I guess I'm just going to go through, basically show what the map is and a rough guide of how an engineer can play this map, because engineer is the most affected by new maps. They have to know where their buildings are so that their team doesn't get upset that they just lose a point because the sentry is in the wrong place. But that's their own fault for participating in this cup. So blue team spawns here, this is where Payload is. And one thing you'll notice about this map is that it's very big. It's very big. I believe it's very scaled up. I think it could be scaled down a little bit. It's also, yeah. So this first point is pretty much a throwaway. This is mainly regarding my scrim experience going against Prem and high teams, where you're fighting against good snipers and good gun spies, so sightlines are very much a big issue. So as soon as the sniper gets this hill area here, anyone backing out from this first point, gets killed. Anyone who isn't behind this wall is just going to die. So you can kind of play like a light hold here to hold the high ground, but really you're just like contesting for a little bit of time before you back out. It's kind of like first point of Badwater, except first point of Badwater is good, where you're just getting that a little bit of extra time before you back out. So you can put a sentry gun here just to deny people, but don't expect it to stay out very long. Either get ready to rescue it back, or just leave it to die as you back out. You could also put a sentry gun here, so that when the enemy pushes from this high ground here, because this is probably going to be where the combo contests, this sort of denies jumpers from just taking this like high ground here and then rocket jumping around. I've also tried putting a gun here that can also help deny ground, hopefully, so if a sniper just decides to walk up here, he gets shot at, so he gets surprised. You also have this big pack here, so you can easily just build up a gun here and then set it up. You could also put a backwards teleporter, so your team can go for an aggressive combo hold here, but then get ready to back out everyone out. Just make sure you don't get like flanked, because usually they could just jump from here, flank behind, and pincer you. Generally this first hold is a throwaway, so let's remember that. Also, when you're playing on attack, spawns are here. You can't build buildings inside spawns, so it's better just put a teleport entrance here. When you're starting this round, you can put like a mini up on this roof as you're pushing the car. You have just enough height. It's kind of like a barn blitz first, where you can have that little shed that you can put a mini on. And then you can put a dispenser around here, so your sniper can sort of play footsie with the other sniper around here and get a little bit of heals. Look out for a soldier around here when you're pushing the cart, who can easily just shoot you and then back out. And yeah, just keep to the cart. You have short circuit in this pre-season, so you can just sit at the back of the cart so you get all this ammo and then zap all the rockets and stickies. So just stay alive and push the cart and you'll win. Okay, so when you get and cap this point, I like building a tele exit here on offense, because you can take the tele and choose to either go through choke or just drop down into this lower area here where everyone holds. This sightline here is going to be what's contested when you're on offense, this sniper sightline. So make sure the sniper is always available to build here. Maybe build a mini roundabout these tracks so that this tunnel is contested, but also a scout can't just run onto your sniper. This area here is what's going to be mostly contested for the second point. First point and second point are pretty much a throwaway. It's the third point and last point that are actually available to be contested in this map. So you kind of just want to light contest with your combo, and then anytime your combo loses any severe exchanges, you just want to back out. You don't want to set up a gun hold and then just sit there. So you can put a level 3 sentry here, to like watch the tunnel. I've seen people do that. The problem is you're crossing this area here, which if you've lost combo, sniper could be up there and kill you. So I would probably say if you're going against a good team, or you're not very confident in your team's ability to contest this area, you should just back out and set up 1/3. That's a reasonable strat to do. So when you're pushing through this tunnel, look out for soldiers standing above this area. If you're a soldier on defense, you could stand on this ramp. You've got like a nice little like pack over there that you can use to sustain along with your conch box and shoot everyone on cart. You can also stand on this rock, but look out for this sightline here. As I said, the sniper's going to be contesting this area. It's a big sightline, and if you're standing on this rock shooting through the tunnel, like bad water tunnel, you're going to get shot by that sniper if he's paying attention. So you want to push through here, look out for people coming from this flank. There's a lot of weird flanks on this map. Like, you'll go through a doorway and then suddenly there's multiple spiraling doorways. I don't think it's very intuitive, personally. You'll run through areas and then there's suddenly a flank that leads somewhere, but you're like, oh, okay, you come through this area and you're like, okay, there's a shutter into this lobby here, this right area. You go left, oh wait, no, it's going down here. Okay, this sharp turn is very weird. I'm not a map expert, I'm just saying my gut feeling when you're running through a map. Like this ammo pack, for example, it's like, oh yeah, time to get this ammo pack, walk here, just a sight line. Like, that's a bait pack. Okay, so when you're offense, you're pushing through this tunnel, you have to look out for the soldier. When you're defense, shouldn't really be worrying about this area too much. You can put a gun here if you've got a strong combo hold, but really you should just be worrying about this hill. As soon as this hill is lost, you have to back out. This is lobby here, so if you're not worrying about this point, after you've got your like gun set up here, you want to like back out, probably take a dispenser with you, run through this lobby here, run through here, and then set up around this area. So there's 2 sentry guns that I'm vaguely interested in. One is either around this area / this area, because when people push through this low ground here, when they're pushing the cart, as soon as their feet poke out, that's when they start to get shot by the gun. So it's kind of like the Dust Bowl second stage offense, where you're going through the little dip down, and then there's that forward sentry on the house where you just get killed because as soon as your legs poke out you get shot. So it's that kind of feeling. The problem is it could get spammed out very easily from here. They could have a sniper or a spy or a soldier crouch down here and shoot. So you need to have like a flank class maybe here, like a soldier just spamming people. It's also good to like, once the soldier does contest that area, he can loop around here and then spam everyone in lobby, but he's also coming from low ground, so expect there to be traps here. So this lobby is going to where it's going to be actively contested. If you're on offense, you might want to put like a little tele exit here in the corner, maybe not, because people are going to peek from there. Maybe just put the tele exit around here. Dispenser around here would be good because your combo is going to be contesting this area. I don't know why there's this little like translucent thing here. I was thinking that this is like, oh, you can spot out people, but really this is just a dead space. Maybe that was in an alpha version of the map. Anyway, your combo is going to be contesting here, defense combo is going to be contesting here because you've got your gun here. I would probably put your dispenser behind this wall here, so if you have got your gun here, you can safely poke around here so you don't get shot at. There's also the medium pack here and a big pack back here. So the other sentry spot is putting it like around here, like so it watches forward here. That's more if you lost severe numbers contesting second, so you know they're going to get a lot of free time walking up, and you can build passive here. You've got this big pack that you can get, you've got a health pack. You generally shouldn't be taking heals if you have this anyway. So you can have this gun set up, people come from this spawn area here, so they can sort of like stand around here. The problem with having this gun here is that if your combo doesn't contest this area too well, once the sniper gets into this lobby and isn't being contested, you're just going to get shot backing out here. So you're probably going to get stuck here and caught and then trapped. Sorry about that. And because this lobby area here, it's also very important when you contest this lobby here to always have like maybe your heavy with Tommy Slav sort of standing back here watching, because if a soldier managed to rocket jump behind through here or a scout through here, he can get behind and then attack the NG who's resting up by his dispenser back here, or run all the way around. There's a lot of these long flank passages. So okay, to recap, defense, sentry here or here, or back here for like a passive hold. This one's probably a lot more reliable because you've got that pack easy access to you, so you could probably put the dispenser near your combo, or you could just double up and then have more people around here. You could also have up higher, maybe if he's feeling cheeky, go like little debt jump up here and then flank around. Probably not. Yeah, let's just stick with shotgun. And there's also this hill, having height advantage as an engineer is nice. So when you're on offense, you've got this little dispenser here, you've got a little telly that you can put back here. You want to be using your minis on this side of the hill, so if they try to drop down to block the cart, they're taking damage. You also have this medium pack that you can use to spam minis. If you're holding lobby, you could put like a mini round about this area, that way anyone pushing around the cart or trying to push this flank gets caught off, and it also watches this area for if the enemy defending combo are aggressing. So you're pushing up this cart, make sure you trade with the gun before you push through here, otherwise you're going to take a lot of damage. And then you also have to push this uphill area, which can be quite difficult. So this next point is the last point, which is very weird. Look, it's got this nice spiral thing, which is interesting aesthetically, but there's a lot of flank routes. So okay, this area, I'm just going to call it red room, even though it's more of an orange colour. I'm not entirely sure of all the map callouts because people have just been like DMing this a lot of the time. Then you've got this other flank route that you can come here through like a shutter. I believe this shutter opens when the third point is capped. And like blue team can spawn from this area here. So it's probably better to put your tele entrance here, but sometimes you get spawned facing here, so you're like, oh okay, this must be a new spawn, and you put a tele entrance here and then everyone else just doesn't see it. So like, make sure you go over that. Oh, sorry for that. And yeah, so little tele entrance here. Watch out, there's a lot of these routes. You can come through here to the left to go all the way around the hard left, all the way around here. It takes fucking forever, full 10 minutes going around. There's a nice little pack there. And go around, and then you've got like a nice sightline on the enemy team. So look out for gun spies. There's definitely going to be like an ambi spy standing here shooting. So definitely have someone watching out for that. This area is generally going to be the flank area that's contested. You've also got this like uphill area. There's just a lot of stuff. You can go through this track area here, but you can also drop down to the low area by these boxes. I'm just going to call it boxes because you can crouch jump up here and get up here. You can go underneath, you go around, there's a pack here, you can spiral up, and then you can get into the flank. Like this is like really confusing. You like take spawn, you're like, okay, I'm going to go here, oh yeah, I'm totally going to get behind them guys, and oh no, okay, you're back where you started. It's like, you can so get lost on this map. But yeah, last point wise, sentry. I've tried sentries on these boxes. This sentry is not good because they can stand back there in a safe spot and just spam it down. Sentry on this box worked out kinda well. By the way, this is an environmental hazard. Make sure when you're running along here you don't fall off. So yeah, like putting a sentry there can work. There's still that space area that they can get shot, but you also should be contesting around this area anyway. So this spot can work. It's also good to like trick spies because it's harder for a spy to get to him. I guess he could crouch behind the box and then snap it, like on what is it, Borneo last, you know, where you can like crouch behind the box. So maybe this isn't the best idea. The best one I found is putting a level 3 sentry here and then the dispenser in this corner because it's pretty safe. Again, you have to worry about the ambi spy or the sniper coming through here. But that area should be contested by your flank area. This whole area can be contested. You can get like if you're playing aggressively defensively, your soldier can get up on this high ground here and punish all the people who take this flank area. But yeah, sentry here, dispenser in this corner, it's pretty safe. You could probably find something better. I've had limited script experience on this because most high teams are just like, fuck it, this map is a throwaway, let's actually practice relevant maps with this new whitelist change. It's more about the whitelist, to be honest. Short circuit's pretty cool. So yeah, dispenser here, sentry here, job done. Offensive team, I said you spawn all the way back here, you have to worry about that entrance. Get around to here. Dispenser is okay here, because you're sort of contesting this area. I'm not too sure where combo is. I guess like you want to be taking this area. I've seen aggressive defending teams push their combo all the way around to this red room area because then you can contest a lot of ground here because it's very choky because of this doorway. This shutter opens, so it's just an open doorway. but still this is very choky. Like if you can get a demo here, you can just spam everyone. So I guess enemy defending combo should ideally push up and then hold this area, and then this also is also a nice like low ground that they can get stickies on. So offensive team, you want to be pushing this sort of red room area, and then possibly have flank like dipping around here, getting cart time. And as an engineer, you're mostly going to be spending your time on the cart, especially with short circuit. So possibly have dispenser around here, maybe forward like dispenser like just here, so that you can poke cart and sustain. Put like a little mini here. You've also got this like little health pack. This ammo pack wouldn't be too useful. There is a pack down here, but yeah, that's going to be a lot of back and forth to get that, so it's probably going to be better to have a reliable dispenser. Sort of try and poke out your minis so that any like flank member heading to this side is taking like mini damage. You want to be annoying that scout. But yeah, just slowly pushing up the cart. It's going to be a lot of problems for you, but if they're playing back here with the sentry up here, you should just be able to hide behind the cart, stay at the back of the cart so you get the sustained level 1 dispenser like metal, and then just short circuit everything and you should be fine. Teleporter exit wise on blue team, you could put Telly up here in this corner. This seems pretty good. It gives your team access to run through here to pushing red room, and then jump down here for your flank. So yeah, Telly exit here looks pretty good. I guess a spy could stand here and shoot it, but that's inside line of spawn. And I guess yes, look out for a spy decloaking maybe here. You could shoot everything for free. Yeah, that's actually kind of a box. I don't know. Yeah, that looks like a good Telly spot, because it doesn't look like there's too many opportunities for the spy to like shoot without obviously getting punished. Like if a soldier saw him, he could like crush him in this room here. Then again, dead ringer. But yeah, that seems to be a good cursory review. Obviously, when the cup has happened, we'll start to see the established meta, if anything, on this interesting map. But this seems to be a good start. So I guess I'll go over it quickly from back to front, just in case you lost me. So like, or I lost you. Level 3 sentry here on defense is pretty safe with dispenser in this corner. You can sit here, look out for ambi spies or snipers in this corner here, try and contest this red room here as combo. And on this point here, you want the level 3 sentry here, or possibly here. This one doesn't have as much range, although this one's a little bit too aggressive. You get the pack here, you can put a dispenser here, with your combo contesting this lobby area here. Second point hold or B hold, not as reliable, neither is first point. You probably just want to back out the third point if you're losing a lot of space, but if you're very confident and you want to waste a lot of time for the enemy, you could put a sentry gun here, or you could just put a light sentry here because your combo wants to be contesting this hill area. And then first point here, you could put a sentry here. Once the sniper and the enemy team has control of this hill area, anyone backing out first point is going to die. So you want a very light hold on first point, maybe a backwards teleporter if you're feeling edgy, but it's kind of a waste. You could put also a level 3 sentry here to sort of stop your combo getting pincered, so you can play aggressively here and deny this bit, or you could put like a little edgy sentry here to deny bombs, and then you could just rescue it back. So that seems to be a pretty good early review of Payload Vigil Beta 2. Hopefully this has been helpful. Generally I do these for the newer maps. I did it for CP Hadal in the last preseason cup, in which my team refused to look at it, and I'm pretty sure every other team did. So at least if you get some value out of it, then that's good. So hopefully this has been useful. My name is Hammock. I'll see you next time.